How to connect copper with aluminum for work long and reliably. Hello. You are on the channel of Technical Solutions and Ergomag. My name is Alexander. This video will be interesting and useful for both professionals and anyone. So I recommend you watch today's video from the beginning to the last minute. Not only not to miss all the important moments, but also to take part in our small competition ideas. And get as a prize, here is a t-shirt with the logo of our channel. What conditions I will tell you at the end of the video. Let's move on to today's video. Almost everyone knows that aluminum wiring is a legacy of the last century and must be replaced during repairs in the apartment. However, there are situations when the repair is carried out in part, and there is an urgent need to connect aluminum wire with copper, or just increase them by adding a few extra inches of cable. Aluminum and copper are galvanically incompatible. If you connect it, you receive something like a mini battery. When current passes through such a connection, even at minimum humidity, there is an electrolytic chemical reaction. Problems are bound to manifest themselves sooner or later. Oxidation, weakening of contact, its further heating with melting insulation. As a result, it will end in a short circuit, burnout or fire. How to make such a connection correctly and reliably to avoid problems in the future. Let's consider several ways and in detail each of them and choose the most reliable, which does not require further maintenance and audits. The first way is to connect V-bolts and steel washers. In this way, a steel washer and a bolt are used for the connection. This is one of the most proven and simple methods. However, it turns out a very large design. For installation, twist the ends of the wires with rings. Truth is a very large design. They must be of such a diameter that the whole eye of the wire is hidden behind them and cannot contact another conductor. The most important thing is how to place the ring. It should be worn so that when tightening the nut, the eyelet does not unfold, but rather tightens in the middle. Steel washers between conductors of different materials prevent oxidation processes. Do not forget to install a Grover or spring washer. Without it, contact will weaken over time. It should be noted that the use of galvanized bolts or washers is not recommended. The fact is that it is safe. You can connect metals in which the electrochemical potential of the connection does not exceed 0.6 millivolts. Here is a table of such potentials. As you can see in copper and zinc, here as much as 0.85 millivolts. This connection is even worse than the direct contact of aluminum and copper cores, 0.65 millivolts. So, the connection will not be reliable. However, despite the simplicity of the threaded connection, the result is a large, inconvenient, and it is not always possible to stuff it all into a small box. Wait for the consequences in a very short time. Another way is to use a connecting clamp. It is often used to branch from a power cable of much larger cross-section than a solder. And here you do not even need to cut the main wire. It is enough to remove the top layer of insulation. But again, for junction boxes, such clamps are not suitable in size. Moreover, such clamps can burn out. Clamps WAGO. There is a series of special WAGO clamps with which it is possible to connect copper with aluminum. Anti-oxidation paste. However, controversy over the 100% reliability of such clamps, especially for socket rather than lighting groups, still does not. With some installation in a confined space, the contact may weaken, which will inevitably lead to burnout. And this can happen even when the load is below the minimum for which the terminals are designed WAGO. Why and when does this happen? The fact is that when the conductors are connected, between the clamping plate and the point of contact, a small gap appears, hence all the problems with heating. Terminal block. This method has one significant disadvantage. Most pads sold are of very low quality. Some electricians, in order to avoid direct contact between copper and aluminum, solder the copper core on the side of such a clamp, and do not insert it inside. However, the terminal for this will have to be disassembled. In addition, reliable contact of aluminum under the screw without revision does not live very long. Screws will need to be tightened every 6 months to a year. The frequency of audit work will depend on the load and its fluctuations in periods of maximum and minimum load. Forget to tighten and wait for trouble. And if all this connection is hidden deep in the subnets, then climb there every time, not very convenient occupation. Therefore, the most reliable of the available methods remains crimping. We will not consider the use of specialized copper aluminum the sleeves, as they start from sections of 16 square millimeters. For home wiring, as a rule, you need to increase the wires of 1.5 to 2.5 square millimeters no more. Consider the most common case that occurs in prefabricated houses. Suppose you need to heat one or more additional outlets from an existing aluminum outlet in a through niche. For building you take a flexible copper wire with a cross-section of 2.5 square millimeters. This will reduce the mechanical impact on the aluminum core when you lay the wires in the subnet. Strip the ends of the copper wire. Next, they must be soldered for such a connection. This will eliminate direct contact in the sleeve of copper and aluminum. For soldering, it is convenient to use a homemade crucible, which pretends to be a slightly modified soldering iron in the shape of an X. At the same time, before soldering with flux, remove the oxide layer from the core. The process of tinning itself is to immerse the wire in a special hole in the soldering iron filled with tin. After cooling the vanes, the remnants of the flux are removed with a solvent. Next, go to the aluminum wires sticking out of the wall. Carefully clean their ends and also remove the oxide layer. You can use oxide conductive paste. The same paste is used during the installation of modular pin grounding. It is designed to work in all conditions and eliminates the further appearance of oxide on the surface of the wire. Keep in mind that the oxide film may continue to have several times more resistance than aluminum itself. And without removing it, all your further work will be in vain. Moreover, the melting point of such a film reaches 2000 degrees, against about 600 C an hour. After all the preparatory work, insert the wire into the sleeve on both sides. All that remains is to crimp this connection. Some may have a logical question: not sold or under time of pressing the solder layer on the core? Then it turns out that all the manipulations of madness will be in vain. The main thing here is to choose the right cross-section of the sleeve and the matrix of the. In this case, the soft solder as if seals a contact spot of copper-aluminum connection. Be careful when working with aluminum conductors. You need to be extremely careful, as it is a very fragile material. One careless movement and breaking of vanes is provided to you. After crimping, it is necessary to insulate this connection with adhesive heat shrinkage. It is the adhesive type that will ensure 100% tightness and in the future will prevent the entry of oxygen to the point of contact. In order not to risk and burn the insulation, it is better to heat the shrink with a construction blow dryer, rather than a lighter or portable burner. The received bunch of wires needs to be laid in a subnet socket with great care, since aluminum does not like sharp bends. Since the built-in copper cores are flexible, at the end of these conductors put on insulated tips. Only after that they can be safely wound into the terminal blocks of sockets and tighten the screws. Of course, this is not the only way to build aluminum wires, but it is one of the simplest, as opposed to welding or soldering, and reliable, as opposed to twisting. Well, that's all on the topic of video, and now back to the contest of ideas. You do not need to be a professional electrician to get a t-shirt with the logo of our channel. And just send us an email video@energomag.net. Interesting topic for video, or interesting videos related to electricity or other topics of our channel. If your proposal receives the most votes during the voting on the community page of our channel, we will announce the winner in a separate short video, and we will send you this t-shirt. For you, it can also be an additional advertisement as a professional in your city or region. Don't waste time, write right now, email address in the description to the video. We are waiting for your letter. Well, that's all. If you liked the video, do not forget to like it. Subscribe to our channel, share videos with your acquaintances, friends and social networks. See you on our channel. Bless you.
До зустрічі на нашому каналі. Будьте здорові. Па-па.